on her walls. She could crop them out. Don't make your soon-to-be husband feel like crap.
But why?
Okay. To tell his best friend not to smile or you can't be in the wedding. That's just ridiculous.
Well, okay, but you say, well, she doesn't have to display her pictures. Okay, so she gets one day of her life that's a wedding, and she can't display them because why? The guy can't not stand over there to the left. Honestly, I get it. It's an unreasonable. She's being unreasonable. She's being a bridezilla. I'm not defending her behavior, but it is at the end of the day her choice.
I mean, he could do it a lot the way just tell his best man, "Hey, we're going by height," and just leave it at that and not make it that big of a deal. But
they could get creative.
Get creative. But don't just say, "I don't like your big, teeth or gums or whatever." Don't get rude and personal. Just say, "Hey, we're going by height. Not a big deal. I'm going to do it with my bridesmaids to make it even."
Yep.
Do it that way.
Okay. And again, I agree that maybe it could be done a little more delicately. But
yeah, you think?
A little bit.
Yeah,
maybe just a little bit.
Yeah.
Want to be Facebook official? Like the show on Facebook. It's the 106 KHQ Morning Show with Rizzo.
Corey, good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So what do you think about this situation, huh?
Honestly, I never call in, but this irritated me so badly.
Okay.
He just needs to leave her, call off the wedding, never look back, because honestly, that is so ugly of her. She might be beautiful physically, unlike the best man. But he needs to leave her, post her name publicly so the rest of us can see it.
Oh no!
Maybe we could judge her like she's judging the best man.
Yeah.
So what you're telling me is you think that this guy should leave and she should be publicly humiliated?
Yeah, because that's exactly what she's doing to the best man. Because anybody who knows about this wedding already knows exactly who she's talking about.
Well, that's why I changed. Well, that's why I changed the name. I mean, I'm not agreeing with the way she's wording it, but I am somebody who says things sometimes that maybe are taken in a different context, and I think after messaging her back and forth a few times, what she's trying to say is, I just really want a specific thing. And some women, some men are control freaks. And if this is her day and she's paying for it, why can't the woman have the picture that she wants? Why does this guy have to be all disheveled, in her opinion, in her picture?
Because it's not her picture, it's their picture.
There.
And how would you feel if, you found out your kindergartner got put on the side of their class picture because it was the ugliest kid in the class? That is so rude.
Yeah,
I can't even believe it.
It's terrible. And you know what? If you want to do separate pictures, do some separate pictures. Maybe you don't come out and say, "Hey, I don't want you in, ugly."
All right. Well, she didn't say that. Listen. I'm sorry that you called under these circumstances, but I appreciate you calling this morning.
Yeah. Hopefully they can figure it out.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. Thanks, Corey. You have a good day.
Sorry
all right?
for the workout.
Yeah. Sorry for the.
Thank you.
All right. By 231-947-1106. I don't believe there's not one person listening that can at least see it from her perspective, from my perspective. I get that this woman is coming across wrong. That doesn't mean that she is. It's 106 KHQ.
Wake up in the morning. Mornings never sounded better.
Wake up.
The 106 KHQ Morning Show with Rizzo. Hits 106 KHQ.
It is. It's 106 KHQ. So, Jeff, we have somebody on the phone who said, what? They're angry at me?
Well, she wasn't going to call until you said something about kicking the guy out of the photo. Stephanie's on the phone.
Stephanie, good morning.
Hey, there are not a bunch of people driving down the road right now thinking, yeah, girl, that's right. Stick up for yourself. It's your day. Throw the ugly best man out. That is not what's happening with your listenership right now, Rizzo.
Okay, so what you're telling me is you don't believe that there are people who are adamant that is their day and that they should have it aesthetically and personally the way that they want it?
I think that you're confusing decisions about things with decisions about people. Yes. Brides do get to choose what color the bridesmaids' dresses are and the flowers because, I mean, like, my husband didn't care about that. But, you know, my husband's got a brother, and, you know, I was a little concerned about the fact that he doesn't get a haircut or shave, but you don't actually say it.
Oh, okay, but let me ask you, it was in the back of your mind, so maybe this woman's just more assertive and she said something, but you had the same concern. That doesn't mean you're a bad person. That doesn't mean we should all yell at you.
No, but I didn't say it, and I also didn't, I mean, until now.
Right.
But I didn't say it and suggest that he not be in the picture.
Right.
That's the difference
Right.
between a hateful person and a not hateful person. You know, if you're not hateful, you keep some things to yourself. And she would never, we would never tell a woman to tolerate that behavior from a man. Just because she's a woman and you think it's her day, doesn't mean she gets to get away with being hateful.
Well, and listen, I understand what you're saying, and I appreciate you calling. It's not because she's a woman, it's because she's a bride, whether it's a male bride or a female bride. 231-947-1106. We'll take more of your calls and comments coming up next. It's KHQ.
More of the KHQ Morning Show in minutes. Hits 106 KHQ.
Christina, thanks for holding here. What do you got?
I have to comment that I think you're wrong.
I know, not my day today. I can just feel that.
It's not. I'm sorry, but I have a reason.
Okay.
I have been married for 20 years.
Okay.
Not happy all the time, I will admit, but for the most part, happy.
Okay.
And I already have to say, in those 20 years, marriage is give and take.
Yes.
On both sides.
Okay, fair enough.
And if he has to already give into this on his wedding day, oh my God, what is that poor man going to have to give into for the rest of his life?
What? Yep. So it's a travesty that she wants the friend to move out of the picture. Honestly,
it's not a travesty, but how good of a friend is this to him?
It's his best friend. It's his best man.
Okay, there is no way that I would have made my husband move his best friend. That is his best friend. He wanted that man, no matter how fugly that guy was.
Right.
There is no way that I would have made him move him. It is not just my day. It is not just her day. I don't care what anybody says. It is a team. They are being united into a team.
Yep, you nailed it. And this is not teamwork.
It's not just her day. It is both their days.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm sorry. If she can't let that go for just one day, what is she going to ask for the rest of their lives?
A good picture, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I totally understand the good picture. I totally understand wanting a good picture. Everybody wants a good picture.
Right.
But there's Photoshop.
Well, and how? Yeah, but then how would you feel? You Photoshop the guy out.
Well, you don't even have to Photoshop him out.
Well, okay. All right. Well, Photoshop is gone.
It depends on how fugly this guy is.
Oh, I saw a picture. Let's just say me and Jeff look like Channing Tatum, okay?
Oh, stop.
Want to be Facebook official? Like the show on Facebook. It's the 106 KHQ Morning Show with Rizzo.
I get it. Not everyone's going to agree with me every day. That's fine. But I do think, and I know that Jeff and Lisa have been pretty adamant about, this lady's being mean. I agree she's coming off wrong. But there are people in this world who maybe say things sometimes that come off the wrong way. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, yeah.
I am one of those people. Especially when I first came here, you all remember, a lot of you didn't like the show initially. A lot of you thought I said things one way, maybe the wrong way. But then you've listened and then you understand, well, maybe there's something more than just, skin deep. And I think that's the case here, Lisa, with this woman. I really do. What are we humming over there?
I think that she is looking at only the skin deep qualities, and she's calling the one guy ugly, but she's showing herself as kind of ugly under the surface.
Rizzo, what you're trying to say basically is that these are her pictures for the rest of her life. She's got to look at these wedding photos. She's got to hang them up in her house. She's got to hold on to them. And she doesn't want to sit there and look at something that makes her so irritated and unhappy is what you're trying to say.
And again, the compromise would be the guy's here. The guy's the best man. Be quiet. Shut your mouth. But I respect you enough. The guy doesn't have to be in every single picture.
You don't think there's another way that she can go about this?
Well, and they do take multiple pictures. I just think that being this out and open about
people are afraid of people who speak their mind, Lisa.
Well, yeah,
that's been a problem my whole life.
He's got 10-inch gums and everything.
Well,
I mean,
okay.
That's kind of mean.
Yeah, okay, all right. All right.
We're all laughing, but it doesn't mean that it's right.
We got 2 more people on hold, and we're going to continue this conversation on the 106 KHQ Morning Show Facebook page. Amy, good morning. Thanks for holding. What do you got?
Well, first of all, aside from the fact that I feel like this woman is just an awful human being to begin with, that aside, I feel like something that hasn't really been discussed much is that this woman appears to be more focused on image than what the day is supposed to be about.
Right.
You know, they're supposed to be there, publicly announcing their love for each other and making the commitment in front of all their friends and everything to each other. And she's more worried about image, about what the pictures are going to look like. For me, that's a warning sign in their life in general.
So you're telling me that you didn't care how your wedding photos turned out?
No.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of my photos were interesting, to say the least. My husband, my now ex-husband, but he wore like a pinstripe zoot suit. But that's what he wanted.
It's for the memories.
I would have told him
laughter.
no. I would have told him no. You're a better person than me. I would have told him absolutely not.
But it's not all about me. It's about them. It's about the day of what it's supposed to mean, not about image.
Look.
What happens in their future? Because see, in my situation, my ex-husband was the one who was all about image. You can't live up to that standard. If she's saying now, I'm concerned about how this is going to look, what happens when the house they want to buy isn't good enough for her, but they can't afford what her image?
I hear you, but a lot of these listeners today, yourself included, are doing a lot of presupposing. And I'm telling you, maybe she just wants a good picture.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, there's other ways she can go about getting those good pictures without making him feel
well, and there's
terrible.
a lack of respect for him and his feelings, as well as a lack of respect for the feelings of anyone in general, mainly the best man. But where's her respect for the fiance?
Yeah. I hear you.
That's a lot of warning signs in general. I mean, for me, if I was him, I would be like, you want to cancel this because my best friend who's been there, to get best friend or best man status.
Right? No, before I met you.
It takes a lot.
Yep. Yeah. No, you're right. And listen, I appreciate your call this morning. 231-947-1106. If you can't get through on the phones, head over to the 106 KHQ Morning Show Facebook page. We'll continue the discussion there.
Wake up in the morning. Mornings never sounded better.
Wake up.
The 106 KHQ Morning Show with Rizzo. Hits 106 KHQ.